Right now, inside some companies, AI is making million-dollar decisions. But here's what's strange. The CEO is still there. And that's exactly the problem.
A CEO walks into a meeting. He's prepared, confident, ready to make big decisions. But here's the reality. Most of those decisions have already been made. Not by his team, not by the board, but by algorithms running quietly in the background. We usually imagine AI replacing factory workers, drivers, or basic jobs. But almost nobody talks about this. AI is coming for the top. Not loudly, not dramatically, but step by step, it's moving into the role of the CEO. Let's simplify the CEO job. Forget the speeches, forget the public image. At the core, a CEO does three things. They decide where money goes, they choose the company's strategy, and they manage risk. That's it. Everything else is secondary.
Now here's where things get uncomfortable. AI systems today can process more data in seconds than a human team could in months. They don't just analyze, they simulate thousands of possible futures, different strategies, different risks, and then pick the most efficient path. This isn't some future concept. Right now, companies are already using AI to automatically adjust prices based on demand, predict what customers will buy next, and optimize hiring decisions. These are not small tasks. These are decisions that used to belong to executives. But here's the thing. AI doesn't replace a CEO overnight. That would be obvious. Instead, it replaces them in stages. First, AI is just an assistant. It gives insights. It helps. No threat. Then, it becomes an advisor. It starts recommending decisions. And most of the time, it's right. So the CEO begins to rely on it. Then, it becomes the operator. Now, AI executes decisions automatically. The CEO just reviews and approves. Less thinking, more rubber stamp. And finally, it becomes the authority. At this point, AI makes decisions faster, more accurately, and without hesitation. And the CEO is still there, no longer necessary. And this is where power quietly shifts. Here's the brutal truth. A company's board of directors has one job.
Increase profits and reduce risk. That's it. They don't care about titles. They don't care about tradition. If a system performs better than a human, then keeping that human becomes a cost. And CEOs are not cheap. So the real question becomes, why pay millions for decisions a machine can make better? Let's be honest for a second. CEOs don't fail because they're stupid. They fail because they're human. Ego gets in the way. Bias distorts judgment. Overconfidence leads to bad risks. And under pressure, even the best leaders can panic. AI doesn't have any of that. It doesn't get emotional. It doesn't protect its image. It doesn't play internal politics. It just follows data relentlessly. But here's the part most people misunderstand. AI doesn't completely erase the CEO role. It breaks it apart. The job splits into three pieces. Decision-making goes to AI. Execution is handled by automation. And what remains is the human presence. Someone to speak, someone to represent the company, someone to tell the story. So the CEO doesn't disappear. They transform. From leader to spokesperson. Now, to be clear, there is no confirmed large-scale replacement of CEOs by AI. There is a clear trend. Companies are increasingly relying on data-driven systems, automation, and AI in strategic decision-making. This has been widely reported by firms like McKinsey and Deloitte. So CEOs will not vanish overnight. There will be no big announcement, no sudden replacement. Instead, their decisions get overridden. Their influence slowly fades. Their authority becomes symbolic. Until one day, they are no longer needed. And that's the real danger. The most powerful takeovers don't look like takeovers at all. They look like progress.